In a tranquil village nestled amidst nature's embrace, a sacred hermitage stood, home to the renowned Gotham Buddha, a revered Buddhist monk known far and wide for his wisdom, serenity, and commitment to the path of enlightenment. The hermitage was a sanctuary where seekers of truth and wisdom from distant lands congregated. Among the disciples of Gotham Buddha, one stood out not for his wisdom or serenity, but for his incessant chatter. This disciple was known as Samara, a relentless talker whose voice flowed ceaselessly, meandering through various topics, tales, and anecdotes. He embarked on donation collection excursions to the nearby village, where he collected stories from every household and shared them with fellow disciples upon his return. Samara's incessant speech was coupled with a proclivity for gossip and backbiting, a trait well known to all. He often spoke ill of one disciple to another, striving to present himself as virtuous in their presence. Samara's self-praise was ceaseless, and he consistently attempted to assert his intellectual superiority over his peers. He proclaimed with unwavering confidence, "I hail from a wealthy family. I could have enjoyed a life of luxury and ease, surrounded by opulence and comfort. But I chose to renounce it all in pursuit of the truth and self-discovery. My sacrifice is unparalleled, and my path is loftier than that of any other here." One day, the venerable Gotham Buddha summoned all his disciples to gather in the central courtyard of the hermitage. He presented them with a challenge that would test their mettle and resolve. With a serene countenance, he addressed them, "My dear disciples, it is time for each of you to make a personal resolution for the next month. This endeavor is not merely a test of your willpower, but a means to empower yourselves. You are free to choose resolutions that align with your individual capabilities. However, remember my words well. If any one of you should break your chosen resolution before the month concludes, you shall be free to return to your former routines." Eager to prove their dedication, the disciples readily accepted this profound task. Each formulated resolutions that suited their abilities and aspirations. However, Samara, ever determined to distinguish himself, seized the opportunity to stand out. He approached the wise Buddhist monk with an air of grandiosity, declaring, "Revered Master, I do not wish to adopt an ordinary resolution like the others. I seek a grand and remarkable challenge, something truly befitting my stature and capabilities. I implore you to assign me an extraordinary resolution." Gotham Buddha, with a faint, all-knowing smile, replied, "Samara, my dear disciple, consider well. Can you truly fulfill a resolution of my design? Can you realistically complete it? The path I would set before you is fraught with challenges, and the likelihood of success is minimal. It is unlikely that you can adhere to such a resolution. Perhaps it would be wiser for you to choose your own, more comfortable resolution." Undeterred and propelled by his desire to prove himself exceptional, Samara fervently asserted, "Revered Master, I have faith in my abilities. I am ready and willing to abide by any resolution you entrust to me." With his characteristic calm and wisdom, Gotham Buddha presented a resolution that seemed deceptively simple. "For the next month, Samara, you must maintain silence. No words shall pass your lips. This shall be your resolution." Upon hearing these words, Samara was taken aback. His initial excitement waned as skepticism crept in, and he questioned, "Silence? Is silence truly a resolution? It seems far too simplistic. Remaining mute for a month is a trivial challenge. Please, I beseech you, bestow upon me a resolution commensurate with my abilities." The wise Buddhist monk, his eyes reflecting the depth of his understanding, replied, "Samara, you must commence with this resolution. It is designed not to underestimate your abilities, but to test your commitment at its core. Begin with silence, and in doing so, you shall embark on a transformative journey." With a mixture of determination and reluctance, Samara accepted the challenge and adhered to the resolution of silence. Initially, the quietude did not trouble him, and he spent the first day without uttering a single word. However, as the days passed, the weight of unspoken words began to press upon his conscience. On the third day, a growing unease settled within him. The absence of speech became an uncomfortable burden he had not foreseen. In the hermitage, the other disciples carried on with their daily activities, their voices filling the air with conversation and camaraderie. Samara longed to engage with his fellow disciples, to share his thoughts, stories, and opinions, but he found his resolution to be an insurmountable barrier. As each day passed, the silence gnawed at his soul, and he fell seriously ill. His head throbbed, his appetite diminished, and his longing to speak became an unbearable burden. Desperate and tormented, Samara penned a note to Gautam Buddha to express his torment. "Revered Master, the constraint of silence is suffocating me. I stand on the brink of losing my sanity. My soul yearns to speak. Should I break my resolution?" Gautam Buddha, with compassion in his eyes, replied, "Resolutions, dear Samara, are meant to be broken. However, it is through the trials and tribulations of such commitments that individuals strengthen their inner resolve. Those who persist in their resolutions tread the path of enlightenment. You chose this resolution, and you hold the power to rescind it." Remember, many disciples have faltered and returned to their prior routines when faced with adversity. If you find this task insurmountable, you may choose to abandon it. The choice rests entirely with you. Consider this. If you cannot endure this minor challenge today, how will you cope with the trials of life that lie ahead? The decision is entirely yours. These words weighed heavily on Samara's heart as he retreated, without uttering a single word, to his humble hut. There, he spent his days in solitude, punctuated only by the essential activities required for sustenance. As the world outside bustled with chatter, he remained resolute in his silence. 15 days passed, and while the resolutions of the other disciples had mostly crumbled, Samara remained steadfast in his commitment to silence. His unwavering determination astonished everyone in the ashram, as he managed to silence not only his external speech, but also the relentless chatter of his own mind. Samara, still embracing his vow of silence, sought an audience with Gautam Buddha once more, this time communicating through writing, "Revered Master, I have maintained silence externally, but within me, a multitude of voices persist. The inner turmoil and ceaseless questioning persist. Is my resolution still in effect?" Gautam Buddha, unwavering and full of wisdom, assured him, "Yes, Samara, your resolution is intact. But as long as you continue to hear these voices, your mind will persist in speaking, for you have long been a prisoner of your own incessant thoughts and speech. To truly embrace silence, you must distance yourself from these internal voices." Grateful for the sage advice, Samara left the presence of his master, embarking on a profound journey within. He yearned to silence the inner voices that had long plagued his mind. Months passed without any sign of Samara's return. The ashram's disciples grew increasingly concerned, fearing that he may have fallen victim to the wild animals that roamed the nearby forests. Desperation led them to organize search efforts, but Samara remained elusive, as if he had dissolved into the vast expanse of nature. Then, one day, to the astonishment and joy of all, Samara reappeared in the ashram. However, he was no longer the incessant talker they had once known. Instead, an aura of calmness and serenity surrounded him, and his very presence radiated peace and wisdom. As soon as he entered the ashram, the other disciples surrounded him from all sides, eagerly seeking his company. To their amazement, Samara began to speak, but his words were unlike anything they had heard before. They flowed with grace and harmony, each one carrying a profound depth of insight. He had transformed from a constant talker to a wise and tranquil being. After conversing with his fellow disciples for a while, Samara went straight to Gotham Buddha. He knelt before his revered master and touched the monk's feet, asking, "Am I still upholding my resolution? Is my commitment to silence still intact?" Gotham Buddha, with a calm and knowing demeanor, replied, "Yes, Samara, you are still silent, with not a single word escaping your lips. Your resolution remains intact." Gratitude welled up within Samara as he began to recount his transformative journey. He described how he had retreated into solitude, confronting the inner voices that had plagued his mind for so long. His words echoed the profound wisdom he had discovered during his time away. Gotham Buddha nodded in understanding and imparted, "Samara, the restlessness within us often springs from excessive external speech. When we turn inward, we find calmness, regardless of the external conversations. Most of the world's troubles originate in our excessive talking. Driven by our fear of silence, we speak more than necessary, failing to listen to others. We strive to make others comprehend our identities and capabilities, which often leads to misunderstandings and conflicts. Speaking without listening fuels our sorrows. To find peace and enlightenment, we must learn to conserve our energy by speaking only when essential. Unnecessary words divert us from our inward journey." This tale teaches us that mindless chatter consumes valuable energy. Those who seek inner exploration must practice silence, for it is in silence that they discover profound wisdom and a true connection with the self and the universe. Samara's transformation serves as a testament to the power of silence, both external and internal. By embracing this profound practice, he found not only peace within himself, but also the wisdom to share with others. The art of silent reflection and mindful contemplation enables us to connect with the depths of our own being, to listen to the whispers of our inner selves, and to transcend the barriers that excessive talking erect. In the quietude of silence, we can hear the universe speak, and in that stillness, we discover profound wisdom and enlightenment. May you find peace and enlightenment through the power of silence, and may your journey of self-discovery lead you to profound wisdom and inner harmony. Now we ask you, have you ever experienced any of the situations mentioned in this video? How did you react? Share your experience in the comments, like, and subscribe to the Balanced Journey channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.